needed an individual who was a great educator, but was also sensitive to and could address the needs of a much more diverse population. And then, like almost the last day of the application process, Bill Kurtz's resume shows up, and we go like, wow, this person's unusual. This was a person with a very interesting view of what his mission in life was.
He has the personal security to be open to feedback. He's a perpetual, eternal learner. He's tenacious. When you look at the beautiful thing that DSST is today, it's easy to presume it just took hard work. It took way more than that, and a level of tenacity that very few people have. He gave thousands of students and hundreds of teachers a stronger sense of community. And that is a gift not only to those individuals, but to our world.
His leadership, his championing of outcomes for kids has always been something that's been incredibly valuable in our community. I've always appreciated his genuine leadership, his authentic dedication to kids.
I think a great leader is someone that can be a motivator. He also has a knack for seeing someone's potential, and that is, at least for me, probably the most important aspect of leadership.
I think Bill has been remarkable and tireless in his pursuit. I think it's pushed Denver to be better. I think it's pushed parents and the community to be better.
Bill had a vision, has a vision. He is embedded in the fabric of our school, in our core values.
I think what I've loved so much about Bill and his legacy is his willingness to grow, his willingness to say, that's where we started, and wait, maybe we need to pivot.
Bill was a man who made it about the we, not just the I. And he was able to bring people into the vision he had, get them to own that vision, and then day after day, deliver on that vision with excellence, with courage, with passion, and with commitment to every single child. You could say Bill Kurtz is a legend.
He has impacted generations. He has opened doors for so many, and he has said every student would learn and succeed, every student. And that changed everything.
You've made a difference in the life of a child, many children, and as a result, you've touched generations that you'll never meet. So to Bill Kurtz and to DSST, thank you for making a difference in the life of our community.
I remember a meeting with Bill Kurtz right when I became the superintendent of Denver, and went over to see DSST and to walk the halls with Bill. And I can remember asking him, when you have a difficult conversation that you want to have with parents that is going to strain you, what do you do? And Bill Kurtz said to me, when I'm sitting down with people and it's going to be a difficult conversation, I visualize the conflict in advance, and then I know that conflict is going to come to an end, and that's how I can get through the conflict as honestly and as constructively as possible. There is certainly, I would say, not a week that's gone by for me that I've been superintendent in Denver or that I've been in the United States Senate where I haven't thought about that lesson that Bill taught me all those years ago. And I think it's up to all of us to make sure that we approach this work with the commitment and the stamina and the rigor that Bill Kurtz always has. I think there's no way that we could find any way of living up to Bill's legacy unless we fought to make sure that every kid in America has the same quality of education that the kids at DSST have had because of the benefit of Bill Kurtz's vision.
You can't think about Bill Kurtz without thinking about courage, without thinking about curiosity, without thinking about respect, without thinking about integrity, and definitely not without thinking about what it means to do your best. And I think that anyone who has crossed paths with Bill Kurtz, you're forever changed. We are all forever grateful.
Bill was one of the early voices on educational neglect in our public school system. That showcases really just the core of who he is. Bill brought humanity and compassion and wisdom to the conversation.
Bill should feel very, very proud that he's created this rather exceptional institution. We're certainly proud to have been a supporter of it. And from the beginning, Bill was pretty unique in his ability to deliver the promise.
You've done a great job, and I also believe people need to be honored and receive their flowers while they're here and while they can accept them and appreciate them. And I know everyone here at this gala tonight wants to thank you for what you've done, not only for their kids, the kids that they know and the parents that they know, but also to the city as a whole.
First of all, a guy like Bill Kurtz, with all of his achievements, he could have left years ago and landed some big, fancy, high-paying job. Instead, he chose to stay here and to put his heart and soul into our community. And his greatest legacy, of course, are the thousands of students who grace the halls of 16 schools. There are teachers and scientists, doctors and engineers. There are entrepreneurs. I love the fact that you always had the most ambitious ideas and then figured out a way to make them come true. Thank you for all of that, everything that made this DSST community so incredible and our community that much better.